Hello, everybody. Welcome into the Convocation Center for the first action of the year 2020. Boy, it's still weird to say that, but nonetheless, we've got PSAC West basketball action between your home-standing and ninth-ranked Cal U Vulcans and the visiting Pitt-Johnstown Mountain Cats. Welcome into the broadcast. I am Colin Kirkwood, and as always, joined alongside of me by the football-throwing guy, Noah Mitchell. That's going to have to be like your trademark. You got to get that on a T-shirt. But either way, it's great to be back.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, definitely nice to be back after it seemed like a long break that went by very quick, though. Nice to be back playing some PSAC basketball.
I'll tell you what, we got a great matchup here right on our hands for the start of this second half of the season. I mean, it's West opening action. Cal U coming in 9-2, 3-2 after their last time out. They suffered a loss to Millersville on the road back before Christmas. But either way, it's going to be a good one. Pitt-Johnstown started off tough here. They had a 7-1 mark to open up their contest, but they dropped the last 3 games.
Yeah, but you got to look at the outstanding freshman from Olivia Fassick, averaging over 20 points a game. Their main scorer for this Pitt-Johnstown team this year, playing really good basketball.
Just like we said, the last time Cal U was out was the 21st of December. They lost to Millersville on the road, 79-53. Last time for UPJ when they were out there, they picked up a loss against Lockhaven, 77-62. So both teams trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth. Crossover play just about done here. There is one game left on the schedule for Cal U, but looking at this season and this average alone for the two teams here in this one, and this series has been something special for Cal U. They've won the last 11 straight meetings dating back to 2014.
Yeah, we go back and look at the games from last year. I mean, they were tough games, played from both sides, so don't expect this to be anything short than a great game.
Just about ready to get things underway. For those of you listening on the radio side, Cal U wearing their home whites. Pitt-Johnstown takes the court here in their trademark blue and gold. Not like the new Pitt colors here, more about the old gold and the royal blue. Either way, let's take a look at the starting fives for both of these teams here. No, you can get it started with Pitt-Johnstown.
Talking about Pitt-Johnstown, as we talked about earlier, number 2, we got Olivia Fassick. Number 3, Gabrielle Smith. Number 13, Allie McGrath. Number 30, Maddie Shanahan. And number 32, Mia Osterson.
And on the other side for Cal U, of course, number 1, Bianca Jasper, the junior from Middletown, Pennsylvania. Number 20, Shauna Harrison, the sophomore from Sheffield, England. Number 25, Monica Burns, the senior from New Stanton, PA. Number 30, Sitiana Nagatu, the senior from Silver Spring, Maryland. And number 34, Brianna Allen, the freshman from Pittsburgh. Moving on here as Pitt-Johnstown wins the tip. We are underway with the first contest of 2020 from the Convocation Center. Pitt-Johnstown working on the offensive end. It's Harrison working tough on the defensive end. It's off the hands of Allen. She goes tumbling on out of bounds, and it will stay Pitt-Johnstown basketball.
You can see California loses nothing on the hustle side of the ball, doing really good with their rotations and step in front of passes to cause deflections and getting their hands on balls.
Inbound working here. It's Smith. Smith's got the inbound pass. It's stolen away, however, and it's Jasper breaking away all alone. First 2 points of 2020 in the books here for the Vulcans. It's Bianca Jasper.
Yeah, it looked like Allie McGrath really wasn't ready for that pass to come in. Maybe came in a little bit hot, hit off her shoulder, and Bianca Jasper capitalized off that.
Good ball movement here early for the Mountain Cats. Over on the near side now for Otterson. Otterson dump off once again. Working strong here, almost stolen away, finally got it there. It's Nagatu breaking away, finally controlling that basketball, dodges its 2 and pots it, make it a 4-0 lead early.
A great job by Nagatu to, first of all, get that steal and then get herself under control and not make herself available to make that layup.
Ball loose here, was tossed away, and Cal U able to recover on that one. Looked like a bit of a botched inbound there. I don't think Otterson was expecting that basketball to make its way to her like it did. Now it's Jasper with this one, hesitates back over to Harrison. Would have had a good look there. Her defensive matchup was sliding, but attacking with this one is Burns. She can't connect, right on the doorstep. 8:40 left to go here in this first quarter of action. If you're just joining us, Cal U up to a 4-0 lead. It's Fossick back on the opposite end there, over to McGrath. Once again, it rolls on out of bounds, but it will stay Mountain Cat ball.
Some more great defense on display for Cal U. I mean, really just doing a really good job early of getting in front of passes and causing tip balls, and then they're grabbing that one, almost coming up with the turnover.
And you would hope that your team would respond after the last game out there as couldn't connect. Right close on that one for Smith, but back they go the other way to Cal U. But you would hope that your team, if you're Coach Strom, who was just coming off her 200th career victory at Westchester the day before, but after dropping that loss to Millersville, this is exactly how you want your team to respond.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to respond, give the give not only your team, but I mean the fans watching at home a lot of comfortability that you guys can keep it going.
There's a good shot there from Jasper. Got to go Plinko style, make it 6-0. Excellent handles there for Fossick as she brings it up, the freshman, like Noah stated in the beginning of this coverage here. From Harrisburg, as there's another steal. Allen able to bat that one away. 2-on-1 heading the other way, and Nagatu catches it. Couldn't finish though. Allen fights before the rebound has it. Gets sent to the ground there. Nagatu's got it once again. Now they can reset for a third chance. It's Burns firing away from long off the front. Good offensive series there off the turnover, and it's been a lot of turnovers early in this one. There's Allen once again. Boy, she's a ball magnet so far in this one.
Yeah, just getting her hands all over in the game today and just causing a lot of deflections and turnovers.
Going to have our first foul of the game here. It'll be defensive on Pitt-Johnstown. We'll see who the guilty party will be. It's going to go on Mia Oderson. First for her. First for the team as well. I believe we have a timeout called on the floor here, and it will serve as a media-length timeout. Now that we've got some time, though, let's check out the tail of the tape between the two of these teams.
Yeah, I mean, coming in very close on the scoring. California averaging about 74, and Pitt-Johnstown averaging about 73. You look at the points against, I mean, also very close, coming in at 66 versus Cal U's 67. And the field goal percentage, you see Pitt-Johnstown shooting a little bit better. The big thing to keep an eye on today is the turnovers and the steals that we're already seeing. Both teams averaging a good amount in that category.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, the Mountain Cats here, one of the interesting things you got talking about turnovers here, they actually lead the league with 12 steals per game. So you're going to have to watch out and play some sound, fundamental basketball to hold on to it.
Right, and I mean, that's the style that California has played ever since Coach Strama's got here, being really physical and fast and smart on the defensive side, causing a lot of turnovers. So look for that from both sides that we've seen already.
It continues to be a little strange to me. I don't know about you, but just seeing that kind of mentality, not saying it's gone away, but really the offense has been the spotlight so far in this one. That's kind of taken a bit of a back seat, which is really not normally the recipe that this team follows.
Yeah, right. I mean, we've seen a couple of offensive rebounds already for Cal U, hitting the board strong there, getting some of them to fall, and really getting a lot of points off turnovers.
It's good to see them having a good way to start the game there, getting those close, right on the doorstep shots, really get your confidence built up early in this one, because in the first quarter of that Millersville game, I was one of the people who made the trip out there for that one. They struggled to hit anything from the field, whether it be close or far, so it's good to see them really build up some confidence early in this one. 7:10 left here in the first quarter of action, a 6-0 lead for Cal U early in this one. 9 to shoot here for the Vulcans, looking for something, make it 6-5-4. Jasper throws up a shot, doesn't hit anything, falling forward. Who's going to grab it? And the grab has it. Now it's with Allen and a foul call. It'll go on Brianna Allen, her first for the team here. McGrath to inbound this one. Bit of a press look here for this Cal U defense, as they have caused some havoc there for Pitt-Johnstown, getting that ball up the court hill. Up and around they go once again, right on that elbow there for Shanahan. Shanahan tried to go inside to Smith, but that one was just not ready once again here as they play selfless basketball here. I don't think Burns is ready to get that one. Back out to Harrison. Harrison rolls on inside, puts up a laser shot. That one's short. Just
a little bit of miscommunication expected coming off a break like that. Look for them to get that together and be much more sharp later on in the game.
Of course, dribbling this one here, Fossick. Freshman on this team out of one of the powerhouse sports programs in Pennsylvania and Bishop McDevitt out in Harrisburg. They continue to have strong basketball, you name it, baseball and football programs. They produce a lot of athletes. She is definitely one of those who is bringing her talent to the collegiate level. Inbound once again here, working up inside for Smith. Smith shot up close, once again can't go. Still can't get the 0 off the scoreboard for Pitt-Johnstown. I mean, what do you think's going through your mind right now? I mean, you're about halfway through this first quarter here, and you can't get that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think Pitt-Johnstown is really struggling from the break a lot. I mean, we've seen a bunch of miscommunication on passes, or players just not being ready to catch passes, which have led to a whole bunch of turnovers and the 6 points that Cal U has on the board right now.
Vulcan still working around on offense with 6 to shoot. It's with Jasper at the top. Inside she goes. Stutter step over to Burns in the corner with 1 second left. Shot up. Can't connect. Harrison fights for the O. Rebounds. Got it once again. Another opportunity. Here's Jasper pulling up right from the cusp. Can't hit on that one now. It's Burns fighting for this one, and she'll take a smack there down inside. We should see some shots coming up.
And last year, getting late into the shot clock wasn't really a problem for this California basketball team. I mean, they did a really good job with Sierra Barrett and Bianca Jasper running a little pick and roll whenever the shot clock got down, and were able to get points on the board. Struggling a little bit here with not having a go-to score.
Here right now is Monica Burns at the line. She's an 86% shooter from the line to this point in time in the season, so almost as good as gold. Rolls that one in, made 2 of those, so push that average on up a little bit more.
Yeah, and she was a really good free throw shooter at Wheeling, where she had transferred from holding a record there for most consecutive free throws made in a row.
Commotion there on that far mark of the court there. Thought they were going to see a turnover back to Cal U, but Pitt-Johnstown will hold on to that basketball. It's a close margin, as you'll see. But either way, they'll hold on to it. An 8-0 lead for Cal U here with 5:16 left to go in the first quarter. Poundcats still looking for their first basket in this one. They finally have it. It's a nice jumper from the line there as they make it 8-2. It's Shanahan.
Yeah, it's hard to contest that shot from Maddie Shanahan. Standing at 6'1", she has the height advantage over most players on the court.
Here is Nagatu back over to Harrison. Harrison, no hesitation, letting go of that one. Took a bit of an odd bounce. Thought we might see the backboard opportunity, but no sir on that one as it'll go back the other way. Now it's Nagatu working on Oderson. Back over there. Good work there as Lauren Bennett, one of the check-ins now. Feed in and good. Make it 8-4 for the Mountain Cats.
That was some great ball handling on display right there. Able to, free up her teammate to get a wide open layup attempt.
Just one of the check-ins there after that timeout for the Mountain Cats in Ashley Norling as collision happened there. We'll see another one coming in here. No, actually 2. Looks like DJ Hahn will hop into the game here for Cal U and sub out Nagatu. And over on that far side of the court there, Macklin Clapper checking into the game here for UPJ. Here's Jasper with a 3-pointer. That one's right off the back of the rim. Had a good look to it, just couldn't finish it.
Thinking for California, I mean, you can't be discouraged in the missed wide open attempts that you've got. Keep being confident. Eventually the shots will fall.
There's a 3-pointer tossed up there, batted away. DJ Hahn able to track it down. And now they head the other way once again here. It's been a back and forth affair so far. Only 8-4 to show to this point in time in the first. Here's Burns attacking. The slashing attempt no good there as Hahn takes a tumble, hops right back up. Pitt-Johnstown back with McGrath now. McGrath right along that free throw line there. They jump off once again. Here's a shot up near the elbow. No good for UPJ, and DJ Hahn pulls down the board. Here's a Burns 3-point opportunity. That one's long once again.
These teams are really running right now. I mean, missing, and they're pushing the ball really fast to get up and down the court.
Turning into quite the track meet so far in this one. Over in the corner, McGrath, shot up and good. Close one on that, but I do believe it's going to be a 2.
That was a really, really good off-ball screen to get Allie McGrath freed up for a nice wide-open jump shot there.
Ended up giving her the 3 on that one, makes it 8-7. Still a Cal U lead here, 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Jasper in no particular hurry goes over to Burns, and a jump ball called here. Arrow reads Cal U. Brianna Allen will check back into the game for Shauna Harrison. It's hard to believe we've already reached the opening night of West Conference play here. It seems like just yesterday we were seeing some great non-conference matchups going on. Of course, notably the win over then-ranked 5th Virginia Union here at the Convo Center for Cal U with 6 to shoot, make it 5 now. Jasper needs to find something over the corner. It's Burns wide open. Wouldn't recommend that, but she cans it.
And that's where Monica Burns really strides out, shooting the long-distance threes. We've seen her miss on a couple earlier, but like I said, she just has to stay on her mark, keep on shooting, and the shots will eventually fall.
11-7. the lead for Cal U here with 2:20 left to go in the first. Charging inside is Fossick, and they will get the offensive foul called here, and Fossick is in some disbelief here. Gonna have to know that. He doesn't really come in that familiar with Cal U, but that's one of the game plan in terms of defensive action there. You'll see it a lot.
That's exactly where California, really strides at. I mean, being able to rotate and get their feet set and being able to take charges and convert on turnovers.
Jasper's got up in the corner, almost had a bad situation there. Fossick trails her the whole way. She puts up a runner, can't connect. Hahn somehow comes down with it. They'll call a foul on the floor here. Not sure who's going to get it, though. They'll go on Pitt-Johnstown, and it'll be Norling.
And DJ Hahn's one of the most hardworking people that I know. I mean, to watch her run from one side of the court all the way to the other side of the court, out jump everybody to grab that rebound and then get the foul. Send her to the free throw line.
It's the first for Norling and fifth for the team here, so it'll send Hahn to the line. DJ Hahn to this point in time. She's a perfect 6 of 6 coming into this.
Make that 7 of 7.
Look at that. Best mark you can have there. Shooting 1,000. Can she keep it? Yes, she can. 8 for 8 there. Make it 13-7, but I mean, you have a really good connection with her. You said you worked out a lot with her over the summer, and that really just pays the testament of how hardworking she is.
Yeah, I mean, never even missed a stride competing with some of the football players that stayed up over the summer. I mean, like I said, sometimes beating some of us in a lot of the conditioning and running activities.
That's really one of the best players come to light there, and you get to see the work ethic that some of the people will bring to the table sometimes out of the season when you can see the great effort that comes from off-season workouts like that. As Allen charges inside, another foul called here. Should send Allen to the line. Just have to see who's going to jump the foul. It's going to go on Shanahan first for her. Here's Allen at the line now. Allen coming in 74% from the line so far in this one. Gets that one to go, makes it 14-7. In a season that's progressing quickly. I feel like you'll snap your fingers and we'll already be in tournament time.
Yeah, right. It's going really fast.
You get 15-7 there as Allen is good on that one as well. First 2 points of the game for Brianna Allen with 1:35 left to go here in this first quarter. Handling that one there, one of the new check-ins for Pitt-Johnstown, Maria Nunn.
Seeing California change it up a little bit defensively there. Came out in their trapping defense they used a lot last year, able to get a turnover there as well.
Here's Jasper scooting on through. Now it's Hahn over to Bennett. Bennett fights inside, going up against 4. Hahn's got the miss, and another foul called here. There's some hustle in the half.
Just working hard down there from Bennett and DJ Hahn, trying to get the points to go in for him.
Hahn back once again here. Perfect 2 of 2 so far for her in this one from the line. 3 of 3 now. You talk about Bennett here going up against 4 players there. It's really good to see. She's become a lot more aggressive on the offensive end in terms of last year. She wasn't really favoring her shooting ability as much as she is this season. So it's kind of good to see her really add that to her game.
Yeah, and I think that's what comes with playing a lot of minutes as a freshman. It comes into your sophomore year with a lot of confidence and the ability to do a lot more as well.
From Buchanan, West Virginia. She was known as a defensive player in high school. Set a couple records for the West Virginia High School Basketball State Tournament for defensive aspects. So, I mean, perfect player. She fit the mold for Cal U here as Allen puts up a shot. That's off the side. Flung down with force, but it will stay Cal U ball. One check in here for the Mountain Cats. It's going to be number 5, Lindsay Shuk. With 59 seconds left to go in the first. Here's Hahn right off the inbound. Kind of got lost, everybody did there. Hahn got the miss, and they'll call a foul on the floor here. I think Hahn was surprised to be that open, though. What do you think?
Yeah, Pitt-Johnstown really got lucky there. I mean, they just left DJ Hahn wide open. Just, like I said, happened to get lucky with Hahn missing that layup opportunity.
Hahn back once again, 4 of 4. Clapper, the one picking up the foul there. Second for her. Here's Hahn once again. Almost thought we were going to see the break there, but it's 5 of 5 now. Adding to this 10-0 run that Calu's had for the past 2 minutes here. Couldn't get that one there. Brought down once again by Calu and Nagatu. They keep a hold of this one with 50 seconds left and an 18-7 lead. Always love when you get another opportunity like that. Nagatu's got it with 10 to shoot. Traverses that baseline, kick over to Burns. Burns far side, it's Hahn all alone once again. Shot up and good.
That's great vision by Monica Burns, not to rush the shot with the shot clock getting low, finding DJ Hahn for a better shot opportunity, and DJ Hahn gets it to fall.
Smith pass up long there to Nunn. Nunn's got a hold of this one. Shot clock is unplugged with 20 seconds left in the first. Nunn taking on Nagatu here. Nunn still holding this one. Now it's Smith. Nunn cut for that one, but Smith will charge in instead. Gets a tough 2 to go there with 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here's Jasper heaving it up at the end of the quarter. Wide left, and that will bring us to the end of the first. A 20-9 lead for Calu. Stick around for more women's basketball action as we will have it here on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network, as well as the Vulcan Sports Radio Network. Welcome back into the Convocation Center here, and of course, don't forget, you can always join the conversation on the CUTV Sports 1 YouTube page. Chat with Noah and I, chat with anybody who's along here, of course. Big fan Scott's here. Good to see you in the new year. Hope everything is well for you, Scott, as well as Mark Harrison. How are things across the pod, Mark? Glad to have you joining us here for the first one in 2020.
Yeah, always nice to see our fans and supporters interacting with us during the games. I mean, I can think back to the football season we played at St. Anselm, how involved you were with chatting with them in the later parts of the game.
It was a fun one. Met a lot of different people and talked to a lot of fans. That's always the best part, just getting to see where everybody tunes in from, what kind of connections they bring to the table. Nonetheless, don't forget you can join in the conversation anytime. Second quarter will start here with a foul called. It's going to go on Sitiana Nagatu. Her first and first for the team here. Nunn looking to inbound this one. Fed a bit of a dangerous pass there to shoot, but they were able to hold on to that one. She had to reach up for it. Could have easily seen that one right on out of bounds. Here's Nunn on the attack, and they'll go back the other way as Burns draws the offensive foul.
And I didn't know if Burns was going to be able to get set on that one. I watched her pretty much the whole time and just barely slid over in a sliver of time and was able to take that charge.
She shuffled quick on that one, but Nunn picks up her first foul of the game, first on the team here in this second quarter. A 20-9 lead for Calu. Jasper Gallop inside, force feed there to Nagatu. That was a good vision example once again.
Yeah, Nagatu really doing a really good job of using her strength and her body there to give her some space and opportunity to work for that layup.
22-9, Calu's got the lead in the midst of a 14-2 run. Pitt-Johnstown on the attack, wisely stepping inside for a bit of a long floating 2 for Clapper. As they are a bit cold from behind the arc is Pitt-Johnstown. They're one of their last 7 from three-point.
And I always wonder when are teams going to adjust and watch the film on this Cal Vulcans basketball team and know that they're there to take charges. And that time we see an example of pulling up and just taking a little floater.
DJ Hahn with toes on the line. Burns takes a tumble. They do get the ball back. Here's a Bennett two-pointer. That one's long once again. Nagatu fights for a rebound. It's Burns once again here. Short, falling for it. Who's going to get it? Should see a jump ball, and the arrow reads Calu.
The hustle really on display there. I mean, you got Nagatu diving on the floor for balls, We got a whole bunch of offensive rebounds going on. I mean, really like to see that if you're just from your basketball team.
Tell you what, one of the difficult parts of the East trip where I was set up for the Westchester and Millersville games for this Vulcan Sports Radio Network as Nagatu takes a shot, which was short. It was a tough place to see some of the possession arrows. Really, one of the interesting things, they didn't display them on either of the scoreboards there. It was really just the thing you had to look for on the live stats. I'd never really seen that before. Normally, everywhere we go in the West, they make it a point to show it on any board possible, but didn't see it in both games.
You know, usually, I mean, this is the first time I've really noticed, and oddly enough, how many times we've been here, they don't. I didn't notice they had it on the scoreboard. I usually look down at the table for the arrow there.
When I'm closer to the court, I'll use that one, but sometimes, I mean, it's tough to see down there, but either way. Just a Gatu foul called there during the break. Second on her and second on the team here. As McGrath has it force feed inside to Smith. Smith right around Hahn for a slick-looking two.
If Pitt-Johnstown wants to get back into this game, they really got to utilize her size down low and try to get her the ball, and she has to get it going offensively.
Don't forget, you can join us for the men's part of the doubleheader here as Burns fires up a miss. Hahn had it. It was batted away. Now it's in the hands of Allen, and Cal, you can reset with Bennett. Other half of the doubleheader action, of course, 10-2 Pitt-Johnstown coming in. John Paul Kromka, one of the stars for this men's team, as Jasper cans a three there, making it 25-13. Cal, you coming off that double overtime, nearly triple overtime win over Millersville before the break. Stay tuned for that as there's a steal on the inbounds there by Burns, and it's pushed over to the corner. Now Hahn trailing, able to get this one. Went up for a shot, lost it midair, and they call a foul on this one.
And DJ Hahn back to the free throw line for another 2 points, where she's basically been automatic so far this season.
Was perfect up until that last miss on the season, but today, 5 of 6 stepping in. Harrison back in now for Cal U as Bennett will take a quick seat here. That's a tough one there as it rims in and out. Gonna step up the numbers game for all you numbers fans out there coming into 2020. More numbers, less time. Get excited as that one is up and good there for DJ Hahn. 26-13 though. Pitt-Johnstown, you got to feel the urgency at some point. I mean, last year we saw Slippery Rock snap a long losing skid against Cal U when they hosted last year. But I mean, back to 2014 this series go that UPJ has not found a win. I mean, at what point do you really start to have that bear on you?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to keep on doing what you got to do on the coach's side. Just continue to, you know, get your fundamentals and everything into your team, and just continue to do things the right way, and hopefully things will start turning around.
Norling into the game for Smith for UPJ here with 7:10 left to go in the second quarter. It's a 26-13 lead for Cal U here at home. First of a couple we're going to see at home for Cal U as Burns attacks, dumps off to Hahn, rather. Had a good opportunity, but it closed quickly. Under 10 to shoot for Cal U. Jasper over to Harrison. Harrison all alone. Good place to shoot from. Thought we were going to see a high bounce, but either way, they get it back for a great second chance opportunity. These are good as gold, and they're hard to come by, and Harrison makes good on that one. That's where you can really make teams pay, and good teams find a way to score on those second chance opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, that's what will really kill you no matter who you are. Good team, bad team, or trying to find your way. Second chance points will hurt anybody.
Thought Hahn was set up there for the turnaround shot that came out of the hands of Norling, but either way, it's a miss, and Cal U's got it back here. It's been over 2 minutes here. Pitt-Johnstown scoreless. Long shot, short on that one. However, Burns able to track it down. Working in on her matchup, attacks inside. Boy, she's got the ability to slash around on the offensive end here. It's back in her hand once again with 10 to shoot. Takes a tumble there, gets it over to Allen. Allen puts up a floater short on that one, and I believe Harrison's going to pick up an offensive foul here.
Yeah, just a little bit too aggressive there, going for that rebound. A foul that you can live with, though, because that's a hustle and an effort play there.
Third on the team, and first on Harrison. McGrath with the inbound feed there. Clapper back into the game for Shuk for UPJ. Fossick up the court here, doing the primary handling duties so far. We're going to see another foul called on the floor here defensively. Lauren Bennett set the check back in for Brianna Allen. Allen's got 2 so far, and the 4th for the team here with 5:36 left in the first half. And she was a big part of getting that early run started. I mean, it felt like every time we looked up from either stats or rosters or whatnot, that's another one good for UPJ. I mean, she was near that basketball.
Yeah, always getting her hand on the ball and converting and causing a lot of turnovers, a lot of tip balls that go out of bounds and take away possessions and good looks for UPJ.
28-15, the score for Cal U, still in the lead there. McGrath's got 5 so far. 6 to shoot for Cal U here. Back over to the corner. It's Hong all alone. Toes on that line. Bit too long. Tried to follow her own shot, and she'll pick up a foul because of it. You really can't fault that, though.
No, I mean, like I said earlier, it's really just a hustle and an effort foul there, trying to go for the ball. I mean, maybe if it gets to be something that's extreme, you start to back off on it. But as of right now, you keep your foot on the gas.
That'll bring us to a media timeout here. We will step aside. 5 minutes left to go here before halftime. Cal U leads 28-15. Don't go anywhere. More women's basketball action coming up on CTV Sports 1, the BSAC Network, and the Vulcan Sports Radio Network.
Have you seen the new Cal U Vulcan logo around? Have you wondered where to get gear featuring it? Then go to calvulcans.com and click shop. Log on and browse a full selection of men's shirts, women's shirts, pullovers, hoodies, and more. All items feature customization with the new Cal U Vulcan logo and wordmark. The site also features a full selection of hats, tailgating items, and accessories. Don't be the last person to sport new Cal U Vulcan gear. Go to calvulcans.com today.
Welcome back here into the Convocation Center, a 28-15 lead for Cal U. Now, let's check out some of the leaders for the Vulcans here so far throughout this season.
Yeah, their leading scorer right now is Monica Burns, averaging about 15 points per game, and rebounds, Shauna Harrison. I mean, doing a big part of that on the offensive side, averaging about 6 rebounds per game, and Jasper leading in assists with 53 and steals.
Get treated to a great halftime performance here as we've got some dribble kids. I don't know if that's like their official name or something along the lines like that, but we've been seeing them warm up over here on the far side as that shot is up and good for UPJ at the line, but we've got some handles over there.
Yeah, I mean, I remember we were talking before the broadcast started when we've seen them practicing and warming up a little bit. They probably have better handles than, the majority of the people in the stadium right now.
As well as myself, I can attest to that, hands down. Either way, it's back with Cal U here, 28-17, as Norling's good on both. Give her 4 so far. Harrison dump off to Jasper. Now back around they go. 10 to shoot. Jasper working on her matchup here. Harrison is an odd dump off there, and they weren't able to connect on that one. I like the look they were going for there, the quick dump off screen, but just couldn't finish it.
Yeah, that was the big part of their offense whenever it got down into the later parts of the shot clock last year, that dribble handoff with Bianca Jasper.
And there is a long shot thrown up there by Fossick, and one of the odder jump shot forms I have seen in my career so far to this point in time. She really let go of that one. I don't know if you saw it.
No, I didn't happen to catch it looking down at the stat sheet a little bit.
She let it fly. Kind of a side shooter. Either way, definitely interesting as they will get it back to Johnstown as McGrath right off the inbound. Missed everything into the hands of Burns. Burns tried to pass long quarterback style, but that one was tipped away. Now it's tipped away once again. Fossick trying to hold on to it. Jasper dives for it. Somebody's going to come out with a penalty, rather foul. Got my mind on the wrong sports here, but either way, Bianca Jasper is going to rack up a foul. Fossick will shoot 2 here as Jameer Jeffries hops into the game for Cal U, subbing out Harrison. Second foul on Jasper, by the way, 5th on the team. Fossick so far 1 of 1 and this trip. 90% from the line. She proves it there and goes 2 of 2.
I mean, we talked about her before the game started, being the leading scorer with 20, averaging over 20 a game. Held 2 points. You got to give credit to the CalU coaching staff here, really doing a great job of watching the film and knowing who the main scorers are for this Pitt-Johnstown basketball team.
Allie Harrington into the game now for CalU. The freshman's been playing some pretty big minutes so far throughout the season. I don't think anybody was really expecting that, but it's good to see her on and contributing. Here's DJ Hahn with another 3-point opportunity. Spins around and in.
Yeah, that's a great look there by Lauren Bennett to pass up her opportunity to find DJ Hahn, drawing into the defense with a dribble drive and then kicking it out for the wide open 3.
31-19, the lead for CalU here with 3.5 minutes left to go before halftime. McGrath now inside, they feed. Good hands-up defense there from Jeffries. McGrath has it once again. Shot opportunity is no good, but a foul will be called, most likely on Lauren Bennett. As Clapper went in for that one, but no, we'll go to Harrington instead. 2 for Clapper coming up here. Clapper 60% right on the dot so far throughout this season. Good to go there as the Mountain Cats continue to use these free throw opportunities to claw themselves back in the game. I mean, don't look yet, but it's now 31-20. It's getting closer.
Yeah, I feel like in the first quarter, this was California and DJ Hahn really striding at the free throw line, getting the majority of their points there, and also off turnovers. CalU has to tighten up on the fouling to prevent this comeback.
Here's Harrington rolling inside, put up a bit of a hook shot. Either way, it's good to go. 33-20. First 2 points of the game for Harrington. Backing down her matchup there was Oderson for a little bit. Now she decides to dump off to Nunn. Nunn struggling on the far side there. Will they force a turnover? No, we'll stay with UPJ with 16 on the shot clock.
It's got to be tough to dribble over there in front of that CalU bench. I mean, they're so into the game, along with having to worry about who's on the court all in your face trying to get that ball as well.
They're loud, they're excited. That's a tough thing to deal with. Attacking there on the offensive end, but it will go for not there as Norling will get rung up for an offensive foul.
And I'd love to see how many charges Monica Burns has taken so far this season. I mean, the number has to be up there.
You think that's a lot. Think about adding the rest of the team in there as well.
Very true.
Oh yeah, really high total. 2.5 minutes left here before halftime. A 33-20 lead for CalU. Getting PSAC West play started here from the Convocation Center as Burns slashes in once again, able to scoop by every one of the matchup members there, and possibly nice too.
Yeah, little, but with a very, very quick first step, able to jab there to see what the defender was going to do and then go right past her for an easy layup.
Nunn out with this one. Foul called here. Should be sending McGrath to the line. Of course, we will be back on the 6th with a road contest at Slippery Rock. We will be able to get that one on the Vulcan Sports Radio Network here, as always. To be determined if we will have it on CUTV Sports 1. Bit of that gray area here. I mean, there's not that many people around yet.
Right.
I mean, we're here, but that's not all of the normal crew.
Right. In a game that this Vulcan basketball team dropped at Slippery Rock last year, that really played a big part going into the playoffs and in the tournament.
Shauna Harrison also went out for a long period of time after that one as she picked up that injury in that scary collision.
Yeah, I remember being right down there on the court, and I mean, I knew that it was something serious. Ended up coming back though.
Yeah, good to have her back and in great spirits as well for this season. Jeffries on the offensive end, fighting for a tough shot opportunity. No dice on that one with a minute 38 left to go. It's a 35-22 lead for Cal U. Here's McGrath, three-pointer. Should go back to Cal U, and it will there. Trying to chase that one down was Shanahan. Went off her hand and bounced right on out. Off Shanahan's hand. How about that? Bounce feed there. One of the new check-ins for Cal U holding on to this one. It's Ariana Dunson. Dunson over to Jeffries. Seems to be a bit of a roll we've seen so far for Dunson. Sliding in here before the half, playing a couple minutes right before that halftime mark as Smith went to steal and a foul call.
I think she actually got the steal, and they're going to call the foul on Monica Burns there. Did a good job early to get past the first defender, really just got a little bit wide on her, and Gabrielle Smith was able to come up with that steal.
First foul there on Burns and fifth on the team here. Here's Smith. First attempts of the game for her. Smith, an 80% shooter. That one is good. Both good there for Gabrielle Smith. She's got 6 so far. Close to a minute left here, about a minute and some change before the half as Dunson holding on to this one. Cooperates there with Hahn. Now it's Bennett once again. Jeffries back out to Burns with 6 to shoot. Burns attacking once again. Wrong roll. There's Jeffries fighting for that one. Can she get it? No, but she'll take the 2 either way.
A great job by Jeffries to stay with that, come with the offensive rebound, and go up strong to get herself to the free throw line. But California has to do a better job with making their layups on the first attempt so they don't have to go to the free throw line and try to make 2 shots to get 2 points.
Jameer Jeffries' first shot is long. Jeffries 50% so far after that one, 2 of 4. Didn't get that one either. Cal U grabs a steal once again. Be interesting to see the steal numbers for both teams once we reach that halftime mark here. Almost had another steal there by Nunn. Hahn able to corral that one. Now Bennett cutting towards that basket, puts on the spin cycle. Good hands-up defense there, but Dunson able to grab the miss. Poked away off the hands of Smith. Will stay Vulcan basketball. 24 seconds left before the half. Always feels like these kind of moments are so chaotic. You really want to try to keep your focus and get a good possession to really build on heading into the locker room. 3 to shoot for Burns. Now it's Bennett right off with this one. No good. Up the court with Johnstown now. Oderson. Now it's McGrath. McGrath, one-handed shot up and good. And that should bring us to the end of the half here as Hahn will hold on to it, making it a 35-26 lead for Cal U heading into the locker room here, Noah.
Yeah, I mean, California doing a really good job on the rebounds so far in this half. I mean, look at the stats. Pitt-Johnstown getting out-rebounded by 10. Cal U already with 27 rebounds in this game. That's something that California is doing really, really well, along with causing turnovers. I think one thing that California has to try to do a little bit better to just be a better team is try to make these layups. I mean, I know they're really contested layups, but you expect a lot from the number 9 team in the nation.
What else are you thinking for Pitt-Johnstown to get them back into this one? I mean, they're hitting those free throws, so what else can you really add? Yeah,
Pitt-Johnstown, I mean, like you said, they're hitting the free throws. Try to get back to the free throw line in the second half. You got a lot of success there in the second quarter to cut it down to a 9-point lead. And you got to limit the offensive rebounds. I mean, that's really what's killing you right now. Second chance points are really, really, really hurting.
9 to 10 Mountain Cats are from the line heading into the locker room. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Vulcan basketball action here. 9th-ranked Cal U leads 35-26. We'll be back after the halftime break here on CTV Sports 1, the PSAC Network, and the Vulcan Sports Radio Network.
Believing in dreams inspires the Globetrotter in all of us. If you want to be the best, you have to push the limits. See the one and only original Harlem Globetrotters all-new Pushing the Limits World Tour. With new high-flying stunts, a new record-breaking attempt, and laugh-out-loud entertainment for the whole family.
The Harlem Globetrotters playing at Cal U Convocation Center next Thursday, January 9th. Tickets are selling fast. Visit harlemglobetrotters.com.
Have you seen the new Cal U Vulcan logo around? Have you wondered where to get gear featuring it? Then go to calvulcans.com and click shop. Log on and browse a full selection of men's shirts, women's shirts, pullovers, hoodies, and more. All items feature customization with the new Cal U Vulcan logo and wordmark. The site also features a full selection of hats, tailgating items, and accessories. Don't be the last person to sport new Cal U Vulcan gear. Go to calvulcans.com today.
Pride and passion drives the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. From 55 NCAA championship teams, 294 individual national champs, and counting. Who's next? Make the PSAC yours. PSAC Proud is winning in athletics and in the classroom. Over 3,100 PSAC student athletes are honored as scholar athletes. It's a perfect mix of athletics and academics. It's time to make the PSAC yours.
Welcome back, everybody, to the second half of action here. Cal U leads 35-26. Colin Kirkwood and Noah Mitchell joining you here. Noah, let's check out some of these halftime stats for both of these teams.
Yeah, looking at the halftime stats, talked about it a little bit before we went to break. The rebounds really big standing out here, especially on the offensive side. California dominating that category in rebounds, 27-17. And then turnovers. UPJ has turned the ball over 13 times compared to California's 2, which is doing a big part in extending this lead and keeping the lead for California. One part that we've seen both teams, really excel at and be good at is the free throw line. California 10 of 14 right now, and UPJ 9 of 10. Look to see these teams try to get back to the free throw line to extend their leads.
Yeah, both teams definitely performing well in that aspect. And you really want to, though. When you get a chance for free points like that, you can't pass that up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the best chance for you to get points, it's an easy, uncontested shot from a pretty high percentage area on the court.
Just about ready to get back underway here. Both groups of starters back out on the court once again. Nothing out of the norm in that aspect. And don't forget, you can join us once again for the second part of the doubleheader action for the men's game between Pitt-Johnstown and Cal U. Vulcans coming off that double overtime thriller win at Millersville before Christmas break. We are back for the second half of action, getting underway. This third quarter specifically starts with a shot from Allie McGrath, and that one is no good. Trying to get started the right way there.
Yeah, I mean, really, McGrath has a really quick release there. Always usually able to get her shot off along with some of her height. That time just not being able to get it far.
Allen back over to Bianca Jasper, now back with Brianna Allen. Monica Burns back with 7 to shoot here. Out and around they go. Shauna Harrison letting go of a long one. That one's good to go.
And that's one part we haven't seen Shauna Harrison take advantage of today is her perimeter shooting. Able to get that one to fall. I mean, has a lot of confidence in that game and a really quick trigger as well.
38-26 the lead here. Only a minute gone so far in this third quarter. Attacking inside Fossick, and that one's stolen away by Allen. Allen over to Nagatu. Couldn't quite find where that one was. Able to come up with it, though, and get a fast break layup.
That's a pretty good pass by Allen. I mean, hitting Nagatu in stride right over her shoulder for an easy layup there. Not able to let the defense get in on it.
Didn't think she was going to be able to find that one in time there. Went directly right over top of her head as it's McGrath's shot from the corner once again. Seems to be the game plan so far on these first couple possessions for Pitt-Johnstown as Smith gets it inside. Gabrielle Smith just couldn't hold on to it.
You got to be frustrated there. I mean, you got the matchup that you want if you're UPJ with Smith on Burns and just not able to hold on to that ball on the pass and a turnover going back California's direction.
Bianca Jasper across midcourt once again here. Here's Harrison taking on Smith. Good hesitation there. I thought we were going to see a turnaround shot, but opts for the dump off instead. Here's Burns slashing inside once again here. She's moving through this defense quite well so far as Harrison puts up a three-pointer and converts once again.
And just when it seemed like she didn't have any attempts from three in the first half, there she is with 2 back-to-back three-pointers to fall.
Harrison, 3 of her last 4 from the field, starting to heat up. McGrath, Shanahan now, it's back with Fossick. Here's a three-pointer up for Pitt-Johnstown. That one's good to go from Maddie Shanahan.
It seems like that whole possession she was left unguarded. I mean, nobody, just had to have been a miscommunication because, like I said, from the moment the ball got into the front court there, nobody had her.
43-29, Cal U leads here. Sitiana Nagatu bringing it back around. Bianca Jasper scoots right past McGrath there. Boy, they've been quick so far. Here's Harrison, another opportunity, no good. Brought down there by Nagatu, fights through 2 Mountain Cats. Seen a lot of speed on display here so far from this Cal U team, which is nice to see. 8 to shoot here as Nagatu tries to attack inside, falling backwards. Only 3 to shoot. Here's a Burns three-pointer. That one's no good, but Nagatu gets a miss, however, makes up for it.
I think that's 2 offensive rebounds for her already on this possession alone. Really just dominating inside on the boards.
Under 10 to shoot once again here. Nagatu works on McGrath, puts on a crossover, shot up, almost had that chance. The bench wanted it here, but she'll take the 2.
And that's D1 transfer on D1 transfer right there. Nagatu really showing the handles off there with a quick crossover to get her ahead of the defender in McGrath and not able to get the layup to fall, but sending her to the free throw line for 2.
D1 transfer from Loyola Chicago. Everybody remembers the Ramblers from their upstart NCAA tournament run. I mean, how can you not?
Yeah, right. I mean, a really great Cinderella story. Not able to, be finished off, of course, but gave us a great story in the March Madness.
Wonder if she knew Sister Jean. Wouldn't that be a storyline?
I bet she does. She's probably really famous around campus.
Good opportunities there for Nagatu, and she will take a quick seat as Lauren Bennett hops back into the game. 44-29 as Nagatu goes 1 of 2. She'll hit the bench with 7. Burns got a hand on that long cross-court pass there, and it's stolen away by Allen once again. Allen's been really clogging a lot of passing lanes so far in this one. Good thought there, but CalU able to get that ball back. You like to see Shanahan reach up and knock that long pass attempt away, but still just right place, right time to pick it back up.
Yeah, doing a really good job utilizing her height there. Brianna Allen just not able to get the ball up over the taller defender.
Speaking of Allen, looking for an assist there from Harrison. Got the old 2K special roll-wise, and that one's good. 46-29. Step back shot there. Somehow manages to get that there. Does Olivia Fossick. I mean, the defense was all over her on that one, but able to cash in.
The defense has been all over her really all game today. Limited her to 4 points as UPJ's main scorer and just able to get one to go right there, though.
Back offensively working here. Jasper tried to rotate inside. Allen threw that one a bit too high, and now an opportunity for UPJ. Fossick. Fossick with a 3-point shot, and that one is good. We talked about it there in the first half. She's got an interesting shot there. No, you got to see that one. Tell me, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is interesting, but as long as she can get it to go, and it looks like she's been doing all season, that's all her coaches really care about.
It's one of my favorite things, just being able to see the different ways that people learn to shoot from different teams and whatnot. Allen tried to go inside for a shot. Now it's a Bennett 3-point opportunity. Rims in and out. Tuesday shot on the other end once again here out of the hands of Fossick. That one is no good. Now it's a 2-on-1 break for CalU the other way. Over to Harrison. Back they go. Teamwork at its finest there.
And that's great ball movement there from 2 veterans on this team. And we're really just doing a really good job of keeping that ball moving, keeping the defender on her toes and making her the wrong player in the situation.
48-34 with 4.5 minutes left to go in the third. CalU stays in control of this one, riding quite a long winning streak they've got against Pitt-Johnstown so far. 11 straight dating back to 2014, looking to start the first of 2 games off with a bang. Allen misses a 2-point from the elbow, and now they can head the other way. Fossick takes on Allen, goes inside to Shanahan. Now it's Allen once again. Wide right on that one. Here's Jasper pushing the pace, trying to dodge everyone, and so close but so far on that one as it bounces on out of bounds, and will stay with CalU here. And it does bring us to the media timeout, but we get a chance to talk about the PSAC West. I mean, of course, the standings are really going to be affected here by those crossover games, but let's just take a look right now and see where everybody sits so far.
I mean, of course, you have the IUP sitting at the top at 5-0 in the conference and 10-1. Seton Hill, a game that's coming up a little bit later in this winter break match. And then Slippery Rock, who we have on Monday. It looked like they're struggling right now, but no team that you can take lightly in this conference moving on forward.
Seton Hill coming up on the 15th. That'll be a big one. I continue to say here, they've had an upstart season, and just by looking at their spot in the standings alone, they want to find their way into the tournament. Check out the PSAC East there. Lockhaven, 7-3 to get things started here. Really haven't seen them at the top for a couple of years here. Brought a tough game they did back a couple of weeks ago. Won 79-56, CalU did, but still good to see them responding to that. East Stroudsburg hanging out there as well. But really back to Seton Hill, Noah. They were on the outside looking in the whole way in to the end of last season, ended up getting passed up for the 8th spot in the tournament by West Liberty. I mean, you want to get in. You want to be able to find a way to get in. They're a sneaky team. They play some really great defense, and they were oh so close. Just a couple of games didn't go their way down the stretch.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, down the stretches when games are most important. When you look at college football in the selection committee, it's what have you done for me lately that gets you ahead in these situations.
They're off on the right foot so far in this one to try to find their way into the tournament, which is so close yet so far away. Inbound from Burns to Nagatu. She scoots right on past there. Got the bench excited for that one. What a play.
Yeah, nice job to fake that dribble handoff there. Got both defenders to go with with Monica Burns, I believe it was, and then finding her way right to the layup easily.
McGrath gets it from Fossick. Now McGrath, turnaround shot. Out of the hands there of Norling. That one is no good. Quick moving third quarter so far. Nagatu tried to track that one down, was a bit too long.
Nagatu's really flying up and down the court right now, making herself available on these outlet passes. That time just a little bit too far out in front of her.
Here's Fossick once again. She'll draw Bennett this time around. One-on-one matchup goes to McGrath, who slid up, kicked right there off the foot of Bennett. I was wondering if we were going to see that. It was a bit of a delayed reaction, happened so fast.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was a little bit of a late. I didn't know if it was going to get called either. But a good eye there by the ref to see that and then call that.
Inbound there, McGrath going with a pitch and catch shoot opportunity, nowhere to go. Now one almost stolen away, but they will get an opportunity. Does CalU on the offensive end? It's Nagatu once again continuing to heat up here in this third quarter. You said she's been flying around the court. She's making the other team pay for it too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she's very hard to stay with in that transition. I mean, does a good job of making herself available and does a good job of getting these easy layup opportunities.
She's got 11 so far in this one.
It seems like most of them come in this quarter.
4 of her last 5 from the field as well. Fossick lost that one. Went on out of bounds, and DJ Hahn will inbound for CalU. Going to see Nunn back into the ball game here for Fossick for UPJ. UPJ in the midst of kind of a rebrand of their own. We know CalU's been going through their own type of rebrand here, but really starting to adopt the script, if you're familiar. I mean, Western PA, everybody knows the Pitt script, but now they're trying to add it into their own look.
Yeah, I mean, not being from this area, not being so into the history of the sports here at Pitt, it's cool to see the switches.
I mean, the court alone that they've got there, I mean, it's a beautiful court. I love the court designs that you see at different kind of gyms, but I mean, bright blue and gold right smack dab in the middle of that court. For a long time, they actually had a different type of court surface. I mean, that was right around the time that I had first come into the game here. That was another good opportunity there for CalU. They just recently got a regular hardwood court. It was actually, I believe it was some kind of rubberized material that they used to play on. I'll have to check in on that when we get to the next break here. There's a foul called. But yeah, I remember a lot. It was a really different thing to see there. I mean, it's a very close-knit and intimate venue to be into. I mean, you've been there last year. I mean, the press box is pretty small, not that many seats to work with there, but it was a different facility.
And like you talked about, getting that hard wood, me not being there for that rubberized court, but I can remember back in high school, our gyms had that rubberized feel to it, and sometimes it could throw the game off. Maybe it'll give you a little bit different feel.
No good on that opportunity there. Of course, it's a big wrestling school, Pitt-Johnstown is, so maybe that had something to do with it. Who knows? Lindsay Shuk into the game for UPJ, as well as Hallie Harrington in for CalU, as that was another miss there. Clapper goes 0 of 2 from that trip. Almost lost it. Harrington slides away, chasing after Nunn. Almost took out Alex King on that one. He had to scoot in really quickly, but CalU's going to keep this ball, though. Yeah, and it really, just a miscommunication there. Didn't think that the pass was going to go up court, ended up going up court, but then great hustle there to force the Pitt-Johnstown player to have to try to make a play on it and tipping it out of bounds. Oh, we might have a discussion here. I take that back. Thought we were going to see a quick huddle up for a discussion, but no, it will stay Vulcan basketball here with 1:23 left in that third quarter. Bounce feed over there to Burns. Here's Burns on the attack once again. They will call the block set up inside. So Kaylin Clapper was set up. She actually, I'm surprised, she charged right over to the official to kind of give her thoughts on that one. I don't know if he caught that, but I was pretty surprised myself. She shot out of a cannon.
No, I didn't think it was a bad call at all there. I mean, wasn't able to get over there and get fully set in time. But you can't really get in the ref's face like that.
3 so far on Clapper, 2 on the team in this third. I was surprised, actually, just from taking in the back-to-back Eastern games as Burns is going for the second attempt here. There's a lot of that. A lot of the players on both of the Eastern side, Millersville and Westchester, a lot of those players really felt no kind of angst going in there trying to talk to the officials and really dump their thoughts out. I mean, normally I haven't seen that too much out on this side.
And I can speak on the football
Right.
side of it. I mean, this is something that, I remember PSAC sent out an email to all the coaches saying that we had to put this all to a stop because it was getting really out of control on the football field.
That's interesting indeed there. That was almost a disaster there, but Clapper able to hold in that inside, and there'll be an opportunity, but for not, there's another offensive foul called here. They'll go on Marina Nunn, second on her and third on the team. 1:03 left to go here in the third. Fourth quarter will be to follow as Harrington tries to find her way out of the 2, but good call there. She did find her way out of bounds. The double pushed her out. And there'll be a foul on Nunn, third on her and fourth on the team. That's 2 quick ones for her off the bench.
Yeah, coming up at the end of the third quarter here, already 4 fouls. Not trying to send Cal U to the free throw line in their last possessions.
Harrington looking for some off-ball motion. She's got it. Now it's Burns on the attack once again. Everyone falls on top of this one. Jump ball called, and the arrow reads Cal U. Looks like Fossick will find her way back into the ball game for UPJ. Harrington will inbound this one with 16 seconds left on the shot clock for Cal U. Nagatu's got this one, goes back over to Harrington. Now it's 10 to shoot. Harrington attacking over to Hahn, the long 2 department, and that one is good. DJ Hahn's got 13 heading into the fourth quarter. Fossick back on the offensive end here, working on Burns, puts up a long shot off the back. Hahn grabs the miss, but it's stolen away. A block called here. Might see the pace of this one get kicked back up a little bit here. Kind of slowed down a little bit, but there towards the end of the first half, it was a bit of a track meet.
Yeah, and if you're Pitt-Johnstown, I think you want to get back to that. Try to get the fouls back on there so you can get to the free throw line again where you were really having success at earlier in the game.
Fossick back with this one. Shot clock is off here with 10 seconds left to go in the third. Around they go here. Clapper right along the baseline. Actually stepped out of bounds there. Surprised that didn't get called. Either way, no good on that attempt, and they'll bring us to the end of the third. 58-36. Cal U's got the lead heading into the fourth quarter of action. Don't go anywhere because we will have it here and only here on the PSAC Network, CUTV Sports 1, and the Vulcan Sports Radio Network.
Pride and passion drives the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. From 55 NCAA championship teams, 294 individual national champs, and counting. Who's next? Make the PSAC yours. PSAC Proud is winning in athletics and in the classroom. Over 3,100 PSAC student athletes are honored as scholar athletes. It's a perfect mix of athletics and academics. It's time to make the PSAC yours.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter of action here. We've got a little bit of time. I mean, what's going right here for Pitt-Johnstown? They've been kind of off the bounce here so far. They've not out of it yet by any means. I mean, there's 10 whole minutes left on the clock, but what are you going to have to do to find your way back in?
Like you talked about a little bit before we went to break, I mean, they're definitely going to have to pick up the pace of things. They had success with that, cutting the lead down to 9 at the end of the second quarter and going into halftime. And got to get back to the free throw line for Pitt-Johnstown. You are running out of time here, so you'd like to be able to score points without that clock running.
They were 9 of 10 heading into the locker room from the line. They're only 9 of 12 now, so they've only had 2 so far heading into the fourth. McGrath all alone, three-point opportunity. Too short on that one, but it's brought in for a second chance by Shanahan. Out and around they work here. Burns with some good hands-up defense back over to McGrath. McGrath cross court there. Shanahan inside. Tried to pass across, and that one found its way out. We'll go back to Cal U. 58-36. Interesting to see how the next rankings will pan out here as that one's passed up to Burns. Almost had it stolen away, now to Bennett. But of course, after the loss to Millersville, that has not been factored into the top 25 yet after that holiday break. So we'll see that in the next coming days here, for those of you who might be wondering about that. So I know I was wondering. I didn't think we were going to have a new poll in time, but either way, as Burns gets that one to go.
That's incredible how nimble she is on her feet and able to work through 2 defenders that are obviously much taller than her and able to get that layup to fall somehow.
Allie Harrington's going to pick up a foul here, first for her and first for the team in this fourth. Just doing the prep work, I mean, reading through this, I was confused to see the 9 still there. Thought we might see a little bit of a shift, but either way, it should be coming in the next couple of days if anybody was wondering about that, as there's a opportunity good for UPJ. It's Norling with her 6th of the game there in terms of points, back on the opposite end here. 8:45 left before this one's all said and done. A 60-38 lead for Cal U. Burns able to hold on to that one. Bit of a late call there.
Yeah, definitely.
Fourth on Clapper there. She's pretty vocal about picking up her 3rd there. I was surprised maybe she kind of calmed down a little bit as she'll take a quick seat. Haven't seen a lot of foul trouble so far in this one today. Harrington inside with this one, went up for a shot. Rolls on out of bounds and will stay Vulcan basketball here with 15 on the shot clock. The last time out, it was a really tightly close to the vest called game. There were a lot of fouls, a lot of ticky-tack kind of things being called in that one. Had a lot of people coming off the bench that you really might not have thought you would have seen the last time around. So kind of getting a little bit more room to breathe, maybe that's helped out. You never know. Stolen away on the opposite end. Now it's McGrath. Hands up there for Nagatu. McGrath puts up a floating shot. That one is no good. Nagatu able to grab the miss.
You talk about some teams liking to play with the refs calling fouls early. I think any strong coach team is not going to want to have refs that way. I mean, they like to be physical. They like to be up in your face and making a lot of plays on the ball, being aggressive.
It was through that first half. I mean, there was almost a stoppage every other play there. It was stopped quickly and often. I mean, going back to last year in the NCAA tournament run, a lot of the MEC crowd as that's held on there, stolen away, going in for it. Fossick, pass over inside Shanahan, no good on that one. There was over 50 free throws shot there by Cal U in that game against Glenville State, and it was an MEC crowd, and they weren't familiar with seeing that much, you know, things being so called close to the vest. I remember the next day it was written on the small board they had as DJ Hahn gets that one to go. Somebody took a big permanent marker and they had a giant bracket as soon as you walked in the door. It wrote the free throw total. I think it was 50 to something, maybe 9 or 8. And
that's incredible.
They had never seen anything like that down there. It's just a variance of styles. Shot up and good inside there by Norling. Just all comes down to having a really differing region in terms of styles and whatnot, of course. I mean, I feel like we talk about it often, but especially with Monica Burns putting the shot up here, having so many MEC opponents coming in on the men's side of things. We talk about difference of styles often.
Yeah. I mean, it seemed like just before we went on break, you were introducing me to, these full substitution swaps, these 5-on, 5-off that they do over there with their run and gun play style they got over there.
Really a bit of a slow type of play here in the PSAC. Of course, the run and gun style for the MEC, and then a lot of shooting in your face type of basketball in the CIAA, all making up the super region for this area. I see a foul on Nagatu here as Smith took a pass on the inside. Just being able to experience the cultures alone in that one, just from different trips around. Of course, seeing the culture in terms of how things work CIAA-wise down when Virginia Union hosted the tournament in 2017. So that shot's up and good there by McGrath. And of course, the MEC type of style of things as Glenville State hosted last year, even going back to when Cal U hosted the year before Virginia Union. I mean, I don't know, it's just cool kind of to see the fabric of the way things are made up.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to see all the different play styles and how in one conference, they're really centered around that one play style, and all the teams work to try to perfect that one style.
I was a bit worried there. Saw Harrington kind of roll awkwardly after that, had that left leg hanging. Looks like she's okay. Fourth on Fossick, third on the team here for UPJ. Harrington will inbound this one with 6:25 left to go here before we're all said and done. Men's action coming up following this one. Noah will be back holding that one down. We're a bit short-staffed today, so I'll be hopping on the keys. Don't worry, you'll be able to get back and hear me on the 6th as Monica Burns puts up a short shot. Batted back inbounds by Allen. Like the idea as Hahn tried to grab it, but it found its way out once again. Cal U will keep it, however. Here's an Allen turnaround shot with the shot clock right about to expire. Can't hit the rim, so shot clock violation on that one. If we do not attend for the game on the 6th at Slippery Rock, the next time you'll be able to catch us is here on January 8th when Shepherd from the PSAZ East, as odd as that still seems to say, makes their way to the Convocation Center. McGrath gets that one, have a chance for one more at the line.
And Nagatu's got to be careful there. Throwing the ball into the padding of the hoop there, got to be careful not to catch that technical.
Fourth on Nagatu, fourth on the team here. Jasper will check in for Harrington. Shauna Harrison will check in as well. She'll take off Nagatu here. 5:52 left in this one. A 63-44 lead for Cal U. There's McGrath putting that one up and good. McGrath, 14 points and 3 of 3 from the charity stripe so far.
And she's definitely confident in her shot. Whenever she feels like she has it, she lets it go and just really not able to get a lot of her shots to fall so far today.
Stoppage of play here. We talked about it here before the break, actually. Pitt-Johnstown's got their own bit of D1 transfer here. Allie McGrath made her way to Pitt-Johnstown, transferred in from UMBC. Another one of those great NCAA tournament parallels you got there. As DJ Hahn puts up a shot with 7 on the shot clock, bounced off the back. They've got their own miss. The Retrievers, their second season with the team. Allen grabs the miss. Burns fakes the shot, steps in for a closer two. Took quite a smack there on the fall, so she'll be shooting. Fossick's 5th foul, and that will send her off, and her day will be done here. It's a bit odd there. Bench excited to see her make her way off the court. But Fossick's day is done. 7 points for her, 2 of 2 from the line, 3 assists and 3 steals in 24 minutes.
Well off her average of 20. A great job to the Cal U defense and being able to neutralize her and shut her down pretty much in this entire game.
She's 2 of 7 from the field.
That's tough.
Tough
Not
day.
even letting her get shots off.
That's a tough day. One of those ones you really just kind of have to shake off and go back out the next time. 64-45 the lead for Cal U with 4:50 left to go. Pitt-Johnstown back on the offensive end trying to get some more points on the board. Hahn smacks that one away, however, none able to corral it. Float inside for Smith. Allen falling on this one. Smith took quite a fall there. Gingerly finds her way back up after that. We can check out the Cal U schedule as it brings us to this media timeout here. A couple of good ones coming up here, Noah. Of course, at Slippery Rock. To be determined if that will be here on CUTV Sports 1, but either way, you will be able to catch that one on the Vulcan Sports Radio Network. That will be at 5:30 p.m. Then following that, Shepherd and Edinboro, and then schedule really oddly tiled out there. If you take a look at that, you'll have 2 at home and then 3 on the road and then 3 at home once again.
Yeah, I think I'm really looking forward to that Shepherd game. I mean, this being the first time Shepherd's going to come here in conference and be able to play this California team, I think this will be a very, very interesting for me to watch as well, never being able to see them play before.
Of course, you never can go wrong with a Cal U Edinboro game, as that's been a back and forth rivalry for the past couple of years. I've seen some tough ones. Of course, Edinboro picked up that win to really kind of save their season here last year at the Convocation Center and help them get into the tournament. And then, as always, I mean, that's a tough stretch there. You take a look at that at Seton Hill and at IUP back-to-back.
Yeah, I mean, I think those are 2 of the toughest games on this winter break. I mean, going to IUP is always a tough place to play at, especially with the way that they can recruit and replenish whenever they lose anybody over there.
They did lose a couple of key elements from the last season, so it'll be interesting to see those 2 teams get together. Of course, Cal U won the regular season series, went 2-0 against them, but the one that really mattered most, IUP got the victory in the Atlantic Region Championship game. That storyline is for another part in time.
Also, I think it's going to be interesting to see how Edinboro responds from losing their key piece last year in Sierra Ralston.
It's a time for change in the PSAC West. A lot of notable faces making their way out. Who will be the next group of notable faces? There's a long shot up for Pitt-Johnstown, up and good to go. Oderson. Here's Harrison getting a long pass, able to hesitate around 2 and get 2 more points, 67-48. 4:10 left to go here before things are all said and done. Mountain Cats back on the attack once again. Smith weighing on the attack, but a foul called on the floor here.
Actually, kind of surprised not to see that be an offensive foul. I mean, a lot of pushing and shoving down there from Gabrielle Smith, along with a push-off. I mean, you can push off as long as you don't extend the elbow, but it looked like we seen an elbow extension on that one.
Second foul on Harrison, 5th on the team. Smith now 3 of 3 from the line so far today. Looking to go 4 of 4, keep things perfect. Broadcast jinx finally caught up to her there on that one, couldn't hit. 67-49, our score here with 4 whole minutes left. Jasper brought the trap down upon her, but Coach Strom able to take a hold of a timeout. We've got a little bit of time. Let's check out some of the team leaders for Pitt-Johnstown before this one's all said and done.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a lot earlier in this game with the leader in points. Actually getting that wrong, it ended up being Allie McGrath averaging 21.3 points to transfer. On the assist side is where Olivia Fassick has shined, leading the team with 5 assists and leading the team with 2.3 steals. Apologies about that one.
Looks like you said McGrath, the D1 transfer from UMBC, actually got to pay a visit to that campus over the summer. Went to go pick up a friend from the airport, had some time to kill, it was there. I said, why not stop by, buy a t-shirt, check out the campus. You walk in, there's a giant statue of a retriever. There's President Jones in the crowd. Good to see her attending as always. She's always on the road following the team. I've seen her at a lot of away games.
Yeah. Every year before we come back to school in the fall, she comes in and sits us down and has a meeting with every athlete here. And I mean,
Oh, that's cool.
she is one. She says in her meeting she tries to get to more games than she went to last year. And I mean, thank you to President Jones able to get out and support during this winter break.
She actually sat very close to us at the Cold Bowl this year. She was literally 2 rows away from where we were set up. I remember just waving down saying, you know, hello, President Jones. She was like, oh, hello, good to see you. You know, had a nice little chat with her. It's cool to see. She likes to be a part of the crowd.
And I remember seeing her all the way out in New Hampshire when they came out for the St. Anselm game. I mean, that's a huge trip for her to take.
That was one heck of a trip. A lot of time in a van.
I mean, let's be real. You really think she took the van, or you think she took a plane?
Definitely took a plane, but for us, a lot of time in the van.
A lot of time in the van.
E.J. Hahn takes a tumble there after that shot. Thought we were going to see some foul shots coming up. Either way, that shot is no good. Let's see if Pitt-Johnstown can find one of their own on the opposite end. Shauna Harrison had the rebound, then lost it. McGrath stole it. Rolling inside, no good on that once again. Bounce around they go. Hahn goes tumbling into the backboard there. That didn't look good. The way her head kind of whipped on that. Looks like she's all right. It's going to be the third on Shuk here. Shuk actually still has not found a point in this ball game yet, but she's got 3 fouls. Jasper's shot is good. Makes it 68-49. That one's good as well. 69-49 here with 3:27 left. Cutting inside, Boulderson. That one rims up and good. Had a lot of force on that one. Surprised it found its way down.
Yeah, definitely very, very surprised that she was able to get that one to fall.
Drawing a triple team here as Jasper is pushed down, and now things are starting to get a little chippy here. And this is what you don't like to see towards the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, Pitt-Johnstown trying to turn it on now, just being very aggressive and like you said, getting really chippy.
Looking for the inbound. McGrath goes long, has her target. Now it's back with McGrath on the far side once again. Rolls inside, puts up a long 2. Jasper grabs it. Another foul called here as we'll take the trip down the court for more shots. It'll be the 4th on Gabrielle Smith. First opportunity is good for Bianca Jasper. Makes her 4 of 4 on the day from the charity stripe. That one's good as well. 71-51, a 20-point lead for Cal U. We're gonna have a travel called on Pitt-Johnstown, perhaps thinking a bit too far ahead. Vulcan's looking to grab their 12th straight win over Pitt-Johnstown, dating all the way back to 2014. I mean, sometimes you'll see those kind of streaks called, and yeah, you know, maybe you meet once a year. And sometimes you get the benefit of the doubt on those, but I mean, this is a twice-a-year matchup.
Right. I mean, and you never want to be that team that loses that streak. When you hear about how long it is, I mean, I can think about going into the Gannon game last year at football. I mean, hearing about how we were on such a winning streak, and to go in there and lose that and end that winning streak really does a lot to you.
Here's Monica Burns getting up pretty gingerly here. There'll be another foul on Shuk here, 4th for her. Now we're just seeing a whole mess of free throws here. We talk about streaks, though. California opening PSAC play here tonight, but here in the last 6 seasons from the Convo Center, they posted an 80-5 combined record at home.
That's insane. I mean, you talk about home court advantage and being able to play well at home. You look at the New England Patriots and the way that they handle business at home is really a big plus for them. And so is for this Cal Vulcans basketball team.
You can talk about that too. I mean, just being able to have that comfort of being at home for Adamson Stadium, for example.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Jump ball called here. Arrow reads Cal U with 2:17 left at 73-51 lead for the Vulcans.
Talk about feeling comfortable at home. I can think back to my freshman year when we started off 3 straight road games and none of them were close. Coming back home that week 4 against Edinburgh and throwing 4 picks, never really feeling like I was comfortable.
Just being able to come out and just the way things are. Jasper gets clipped here, trying to make her way up the court. I can't imagine being in your shoes there. I mean, making your freshman start, first start ever on the road. I want to say, what, 5 hours from campus from that, and then doing it 2 more times, another 4-ish hours away.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something.
And then coming back and going right back out there for Shippensburg.
That was a good game, too. I remember that great drive towards the end there, just the fingertips away from grabbing that win.
Yeah.
Jasper was good to go on that one. Both teams on the men's side waiting to get things underway. Seeing the customary air shoot-arounds on both sides. You can see on the men's jerseys, actually, they're starting to incorporate that script a little bit. Got on their warm-up shirts as well as their jerseys. You'll see those here in about 2-ish minutes. 75-51, Cal U up in this one. Just trying to grind out those final couple minutes. Had a big substitution for Cal U. Harrington, Gaveless, and Kendra McPeak all into the game for Cal U. McPeak in and picking up a quick foul on this one. Shot is up and good there for Shanahan. Shanahan's first trip of the day. Splits it. 2 whole minutes left to go here as Harrington tries to skate out of the double. And another foul call.
Got a lineup in that isn't really accustomed to playing a lot. When you're seeing your ball handler getting trapped in the backcourt, you can't leave her. You got to stay back there and give her another option and outlet to pass to.
BB George also in the game for Cal U here. As well as Jameer Jeffries. Whole new group. As Harrington was good on the first and good on the second as well. Been wondering if we were going to see more of McPeak here. Of course, she is bringing the most height on the team so far to this point in time. 6 foot on paper. You know, we've seen a couple of really stretch matchups for Cal U so far, having some bigger players down there. I was wondering if we would see her a lot more in action to kind of combat that.
Yeah, but I mean, the way that this defense plays, I mean, they're really good at being able to front whoever's in the post there. And then when that pass is coming in, someone's sprinting along the back to knock that out and get a turnover.
Minute 50 left here. That one's off the back there for Shanahan. They do get a steal, however, can't finish on the doorstep. They get their own chance once again, still can't connect. Jeffries down inside on the defense, and most likely she'll be picking up a foul here. First foul on Jeffries. Looks like we'll see one check-in for Pitt-Johnstown. That's number 10, Kashira Jackson. Laser shot there, no good on that opportunity. We'll see how the second one pans out. Back inbound here to Harrington. After Oderson's got 6 on the attempt. Ball goes flying over there. Heads up down there, Alex. You always got to keep your head on a swivel down by the table. I remember one time there was actually a collision on the scorer's table on our near side here where the entire replay monitor went sliding off, and I literally had to lunge over and grab it to keep it from falling down on the court and just breaking everything.
And that's not a light object.
Now, that's pretty heavy. We gave away Iron Man trophies. That would definitely win one. Harrington lost the dribble. Goes diving on top of this one with 6 to shoot. Still flopping around. Now it's back in the possession of Pitt-Johnstown. They call a tie-up jump ball with arrow reading UPJ with 1:15 left to go here. 77-54. Cal U in the lead here. Vulcans looking to secure their 10th win on the season here. They will move to 10-2, 4-2 in the PSAC. Pitt-Johnstown will fall to 7-5, 2-4. Harrington wraps this one up after Gala slid over and knocked it away. Pitt-Johnstown will drop 4 straight.
After starting off the year 7-1.
Played a couple of tough teams, most notably Shippensburg. Raiders were actually able to upset Cal U at home. And like I said, it's another tough place to play. Heitches Fieldhouse as they beat Pitt-Johnstown there the week after we were there. Harrington, the old 2K special, rears its head once again there. Got the roll in good. I don't know if you ever played a lot of online 2K, but I mean, I had a center character and my shot wasn't the greatest. Whenever I could get one of those rolls, I was always thankful. Oderson with another shot there, 79-56 our score reads. We are under 1:45 left to go. And stop me if you've heard this before, but another foul called here.
Seems like there's been a lot of them in this last 2-3 minutes of the fourth quarter.
You're going to see the 5th foul there on Norling, so her day is done. 8 points for her, 6 rebounds, and a steal in 24 minutes, as well as Smith, who also fouled out, 7 points, 2 rebounds, a steal in 22 minutes. So Pitt-Johnstown kind of finding their way into foul trouble here towards the end of this one. They lost 3. Bring Ashley Dean in for UPJ. .40 seconds left here in this one, as Harrington was good on the second chance. Gala slid over. Good defense, just couldn't quite get a hand on that one as it flies out of bounds, stopping the clock at 35 seconds. 80-56. Oderson with this one, tries to get past Harrington, and once again another foul called here.
I don't know about that one. It looked like Harrington was able to smack down and get all ball on that one and really just rip it out of the hands of her on the shot. Somehow the foul call.
Oderson 1 of 2 so far today, makes it 2 of 3. Folks, you're in for a treat after this one. Of course, talent in the PSAC West, as well as the whole league, plays for Pitt-Johnstown and John Paul Kromka. We'll get to see him next. Shot clock is unplugged here as Harrington brings up with 20 whole seconds left to go. BB George over there to McPeak, a bit low. McPeak able to grab that back to Galis. Galis draws the double. Back over to McPeak. 8 to shoot. Back over there to Harrington. She'll just casually let this one run on out here, 2-1. That will bring us to the end of this one as Cal U gets the win, 80-57. Vulcans improved to 10-2, 4-2 overall. UPJ falls to 7-5, 2-4.
Great job by this women's basketball team to stay strong coming out of the break, rebound from that loss, and just really put on a dominant performance here against UPJ.
Any other final thoughts before we head over to the next one?
This should be an exciting matchup with this men's team. We talked a lot about them throughout the whole broadcast here. Hopefully we can go 2 for 2 on the day.
Sounds like a plan to me. I'll be able to catch up with you, everybody at home. Coming up later, of course, we're going to be hopping over, at least I will be, a little short-handed. So I will see you all soon next time for the road game against Slippery Rock. Good night, California. Don't go anywhere. Second half coming up.